Hello Pisces, and welcome to this reading. This is called Mending Your Broken Heart. So the purpose of this reading is to bring in a message that hopefully will bring some healing to a wound that you have. The lyrics some of my guides want me to share with you come from Welcome Home, sung by Radical Face. And the lyrics are, ships are launching from my chest. Some have names, but most do not. If you find one, please let me know which one I've lost. Peel the scars off my back. I don't need them anymore. You can throw them out or keep them in your mason jars. I feel like there's been a situation here, specifically with a mother. There's a mother wound that is on your heart. And it's kind of like your guides are wanting you to welcome yourself home to yourself because you belong to you first. And it can be really painful when we want to belong to a mother that doesn't know how to hold us, keep us, and love us. And my guides want me to share this video with you.
Leaving behind the mother you so desperately wanted is the hardest part of healing the mother wound. The mother who would have protected instead of projected, who would have nurtured instead of neglected, the one who would have noticed your tears, celebrated your successes, and created space for your feelings instead of making them about her own. There is still an inner child waiting by the windows of a home that will never welcome the mother you needed. Except you're not that helpless child anymore. Her time to mother you has come to an end. This inheritance of hurt is evident in every corner of your life. Forgiveness and blame may have their place, but here the emphasis is on freedom. Freedom from waiting for a different past. Freedom to build a different future for yourself. Freedom to be the mother you needed, even if it's decades later than you deserved. The wounds of generations are nothing more than patterns, a pattern waiting to be broken. Whether you respond differently is up to you.
So if you resonate with having a mother wound, because not all Pisceans will, but yeah, this message is for you. My guides wanted me to share a paragraph from a book I wrote, and it goes like this. Every single one of these children matters. Every single one has something sacred and beautiful to bring to this world. They mattered, and they matter. It is the knowledge of these truths and experience and experiencing true divine love that guided my heart to write this book. I feared being shamed for speaking my truth, but their light matters more than my fear. I stand for their light. I want it to stay alive within them. I want it to stay in their eyes. These children were always worthy. So maybe you've been in a situation with your mother where she felt like you were not worthy, like you didn't matter. And yeah, maybe you were shamed for speaking your truth as well when you had a different opinion or something, and it was difficult to stand in your light in this situation. And you may have grown up feeling like you didn't matter. And your guides are coming in and saying, yes, you've been through a lot of trauma here and abuse. This has been very difficult for you. But they're inviting you to stand in your light. Like, just because, and I'm thinking of the lyrics of One More Light by Linkin Park, where he says, just because others can't see it doesn't mean it isn't there. And your light has always been with you, even though, and I know that it's extra painful when the people we love most don't see our light. And they just project, like that video says, they project onto us. And they make us feel like we're unworthy because they don't know that they're worthy, and they can do a lot of harm here. And I feel like that's the wound that's wanting to be healed, but it begins its healing when you rediscover the light that you are and that you've always been. And it never mattered what other people thought of you, what they felt about your path or anything like that. The only thing that mattered was who you are, who you've always been. And we can see here in the tarot, yeah, there's been a really big I don't know, there's something crumbling maybe in your life right now or in this situation. There's been a really big aha moment. This may have come in as a shock for someone, and it's like tearing everything down. Oh my gosh, like it's a really big crumbling of something we thought before or a way we were acting before. And something, yeah, that was invested in here. Something that was someone put a lot of effort in, a lot of faith in, a lot of work into. They're getting a new perspective about this. This could be your mother, actually, that's getting a new perspective about this. Or you. I don't know. Put the energy where it resonates. But someone's getting a new perspective about something they put so much effort, time, and energy and care into. Something that they were trying to manifest through. And it's like the fruits of their labor went nowhere. And they're realizing that now. And this is relevant to your situation somehow. Maybe if this has to do with you, maybe it was like, yeah, all this effort I put into please my mother was for nothing, and I didn't ever need to do that, and I've always been worthy, and I always had this beautiful light about me, and it's okay if I'm upside down. Like, it's okay if I'm not like everything she wanted me to be. I'm still perfect right where I am. It could be that, but it could also be this mother is getting a new perspective about love, and she's going through a metamorphosis right now. She's like ending a way of being, a way of showing up for you, and she's realizing, oh, this is you actually, Pisces. You have been loving in this relationship while your mother was cold and harsh with you. And there's an ending to the situation here. So whether that means either you are having this aha moment, like, I've always been worthy, I've always been light, I've always been good enough, and I can move on. Like, all this effort I put into making my mother happy was for nothing, because she's going to feel whatever she feels, but I'm going to hold on to my light, and I'm going to move on and leave this behind me. Or there's a really big transformation happening in the life of this mother, and she's getting a new perspective on you and on the whole situation here. And that's why you have the song Welcome Home, Son. Maybe. But what your guides want to say to you, though, is that even though things have been really difficult, they're asking you to have hope and faith that things can get better here. Yeah, the death card can represent an ending, like a really big ending here, but it can also represent transformation. So it's like there's a restart here. So whether it be you holding your own hand and remothering or like reparenting yourself and being the mother that you always needed for yourself, or yeah, there's something like that going on here for you. And that's the healing. It's like no longer looking outside of yourself for this love and care, no longer begging for it as well, no longer sacrificing so much of yourself so you can have it. Just following your own heart and like leading your own self with your heart, with your love toward healing, even though this has been so painful, because there's been like this really controlling, dominating energy in your life that's like they haven't been able to see you as you truly are. But what you have always been is you are so full of light, Pisces, so full of light. And what you've been through has only made you stronger. You are the phoenix rising. Look at you go. Look at you go. Look at you go. So that's the message. Hope this was helpful, and we'll talk to you next time.